What's up everyone, it's David here once again, and today I got a video that I wanted to share you guys with. You'll see it at the end of this video. So it's about, you know, my jet ski and all that stuff. So you guys know that I have my 2001 SeaDoo, right? And I told you guys about it when I was up in New Hampshire on my way up to the campground, right? Well, if you did see that video, well, I told you that I was going to take my jet ski out and go into the opposite side of the pond, you know. So, however, it did not happen, unfortunately. And I'll tell you why. You see, it was due to the spark plugs in my Jeep. Like, well, let's just say, look, get to that. But, you know, I was having trouble, you know, it was having some trouble firing it up, like such as like, you know, starting it and then. So this happened on a Saturday, the day after I came up to the campground. You know, everything seemed to be running normal, but however, during one point in the pond or the lake, turns out that it just like wasn't firing that well. Well, I mean, you know, normally it would run just like brand new. Well, I wouldn't say, well, when I first got it back in 2016, it felt like it was brand new. I know the speedometer didn't work that well, but doesn't work, but either way, it still ran. So, let me just think for a second. I'm trying to think. So at one point in the water, I wasn't getting enough power. Like usually, like when I hit it with full throttle, like on the jet ski, it wasn't going this fast. Normally, like when I have it in full throttle, I would actually take off like a rocket. But however, it wasn't doing that. But then when I was making the video, it kept shutting off. And then at one point, I was able to get it going. But however, I still wasn't getting enough power. You'll see it in the video when you get there to the end. And something didn't seem to be quite right. And I know that I've had this jet ski for so long, and that's exactly what happened. You know, it feels like, you know, when you know that something's right, it's been normal for the past few years, and then on that certain day, it just suddenly goes wrong, like something's not right. So I started to notice it at one point, like, you know, it is okay, maybe it's not firing up now, or well, not firing up, I mean, it wasn't like getting enough power that I used to have. So like I said, full throttle makes you feel like you're taking off like a rocket, but however, it wasn't happening on this one. And then when I was probably shutting down the video, it kept shutting off, like the engine cut off. So basically off camera, it was doing the same thing, but then like one of my sister's friends, and well, my sister and her friend flagged me down, and I thought they were flagging me down, but they were just waving hi to me. But then my sister's friend's fiance was out in the kayak, and they wanted to see if I can look for him, you know, making sure he's okay and stuff. But when I went back out, the engine wasn't firing up. Like it would startle or something, whatever you call it, and it would just shut off. So my dad had to reel me in. So I was like, okay, that's not good. And then, you know, I did tell him about what was the issue and all that stuff. But here's the thing. Before we brought it up to camp, my dad wanted to change the key, the wire of the key, because it started to get frayed and all that stuff. And so he thought it was a good idea to change it. But what happened was that something got messed up. Like, next thing you know, the key wasn't in its place. Well, not in its place, but he ended up mixing it up with the wrong key. So, because there's a learning key, and I have two jet skis actually, but we haven't really used that one in like a few years because we had some problems with it. It's the same thing, it's a SeaDoo, but it's like a purple one, and it's 1999. So, and yeah, so that's what happened. He wanted to mix the keys to, you know, change the wire. because it was freighting. So maybe because with the learning key I thought something was wrong, because you know it was messing up my messing up the power of the engine. So of course, you know, we didn't really take it out at all, and thought that because he thought he forgot the key, but he ended up didn't. He got the key. So yes. And I'm trying to think what else. So, but for the past few days when we were out there, it was raining, so I couldn't really go out on the jet ski. That was another unfortunate. So then when it got nice out again, that's when we took the jet ski out. But then it was doing the same thing, even though we changed the key. So I thought maybe it was the key. My father and I thought it was the key, but it turns out it wasn't. So then he looked in the engine compartment. It turns out the cover of the spark plugs popped out. Like, you know, like it popped out of place. So it must have happened, I think what it might have happened, when I put it in the water, it was normal. But then I think at one point it just stopped, because it did stop because, well, when you hit, because like I said, the covers for the spark plugs popped out of place and all that stuff. So I must have hit some waves and all that stuff, which might have did it. And that was probably off camera. It was definitely off camera and all that stuff. So then, you know, that's what could have done it. It could have done it on the road, but I don't think it did, because it was running normal. So I might have just hit a wave, because you know, when you hit big waves, that can make the jet ski go up and down, and then it would pop the things out of place. So yes, that is something that could happen. So sorry, there was a bug there, but it's not near the wipers. All right, yeah, so we took a look at it and all that stuff, and next thing you know, that, you know, now the spark plugs are flooded with gasoline. He said it has to do something with the engine and all that stuff, and without that, the spark, it's flooding, the gasoline is floating up on the spark plugs, making it to shut off. So we took them out and all that stuff, and we didn't need a new one anyway. We didn't need new spark plugs. So we went down to, we were going down to Advanced Auto, but then we ended up going to O'Reilly Auto Parts. So we had to get the one that we needed. We got something a little bit similar with different numbers, but so we just decided to see if that will do the trick. You know, we left it right there. Like, we left the spark plugs like that, so that way it will drain, because it's flooded with gasoline after it popped, after the covers for the spark plugs popped out of place, and that's what could have did it. So thank goodness though, because I mean, I would have been stranded in the water if it kept doing that, like shutting off. I know people would actually come out and help you if you need help, because I know I've gotten that before. But even though I didn't really need help, you know, sometimes I just wait there or make a phone call, and they ask me, do you need help? Are you all right? I said, no, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just I'm just trying to make a phone call, that's all. Nothing serious. Oh yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond is closing on that one. This is the one in Salem, New Hampshire. I remember one time I went to the Bed Bath & Beyond on Christmas Eve, because I had to get a pizza peel. They didn't have it there actually, but they, so I had to order it at their well, order it online, well, at their store. So yeah, so anyway, so we put the new spark plug in and wait for a little bit, and it started to run normal. Like, it sounded normal. So of course, my dad told me not to go too far, so just to make sure nothing was going to happen, you know, making sure everything was running normal. So yeah, and you'll see it in that video too, well, in a separate video. But in the video that I will show you is when I was dealing with the spark plugs issue. So yeah, I will show you that. Alrighty, well that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. So, and I hope you enjoyed the extra video that I will be showing you. So, I think I said it in that video, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, if I didn't say it, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell button so you don't miss out on my videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Alright, well I'm out on my jet ski. I did this off camera because, you know, I just want to make sure everything is good, and obviously everything's so far so good. So yeah, we're not gonna go the other side yet because, well, I just want to well, I want to put more fuel in there, but I mean we still got enough though, but I just want to make sure everything is perfect before we do anything else. Alrighty. Oh, what the heck happened? Okay. just gonna wrap it up right now. So see what's up and see you then.